学生们好, welcome back to day 2 of our lesson with geometry. So last time we looked at some of the basic information of polygons and different shapes. And so we're going to dive in a little bit deeper in that same learning target to learn more about shapes, particularly triangles and quadrilaterals. Also looking into the parts a little bit more as well, like angles. So if you recall from last time, we had different types of polygons, and you might remember me saying that polygon means many angles, poly means many, and gon means angle. So looking at what I mentioned last time, can you remember what the polygons mean from the name? So the first top four we already put in. Tri, I said, means three, so triangle is a shape with three angles. Quadrilateral, quadra means four. Lateral has to do with sides, and so quadrilateral is a four-sided shape. Pentagon, now we're into the gons now. Penta means five, so pentagon is a five-angled shape. And if you look at the shape carefully, you'll see that it has five angles. Hexagon, hexa means six, so a hexagon is a shape with six angles. And if you count carefully, there are six right there. Can you fill in what does hepta, octa, nona, and deca means, judging from the look of the shape? Go ahead and pause the video and put those in your slides. Just to check, hepta means seven, and if you count carefully, there are seven angles in that polygon. Octa means eight, and there are eight angles in an octagon. Nonagon for nona means nine. A nonagon has nine angles. Finally, decagon, deca is 10, and that shape has 10 angles. There is another very commonly known polygon that's called a dodecagon. Now, if you look at the shape carefully, can you guess what dodeca means? Go ahead and pause so you can put that into the slide. Dodeca means 12. If you counted carefully, there should be 12 angles in this shape. There's one thing to keep in mind. Looking at all of these polygons that we've seen, the polygons have the same number of sides, angles, and vertices. And so sometimes you may have learned that these polygons are known for how many sides they have. Well, it's the same thing for how many angles, because it's the same number. So let's remind ourselves of our first learning target from the last lesson. Our learning target is I can identify the names and characteristics of basic shapes using Venn diagram. Last time we looked at some names, so this time we're going to look into more characteristics of basic shapes, and then combining that with our Venn diagram exercises. So let's recall the basic parts of a polygon from last time. We used our triangle as an example, right? We have the vertices. If a singular is a vertex, we have the sides, and we have the angles. We're going to look at angles first. There are different types of angles, but let's first get comfortable of how we can think of angles. Last time I explained a little bit, I used my hands to kind of describe. Here is another tool that you could use to explore angles.